Hi there, and welcome to English 3 Prep American Studies. I'm Gretchen Kulat, and I'll be your son or daughter's English teacher this year. I thought I'd take a minute to introduce myself and go a bit over the course and what your son or daughter will be doing each day. So first, let me tell you about myself. I've been at LT for about 17 years. I graduated from Purdue University with my undergrad, DePaul University for my master's, and recently became an adjunct instructor at Indiana University after some training this summer. I've served on a number of committees over the years, and I actually live in the community. I've been here for over 20 years. I have 3 kids of my own. I have my oldest just graduated LT last year and is a freshman at U of I. I have a son who's a junior and a daughter who's a freshman. So I am in the thick of it with you with remote learning, both as a teacher and supervising my own kids. Oops. When your student logs on each day to Canvas, they'll see a page that looks like this. It has the Zoom link and an agenda of what we will cover that day, and then it all has any other resources that they need for that day or to complete any assignments. One thing that I like to do is start with some sort of icebreaker sort of thing. I have them answer in the chat or tell me about their weekend or something just to sort of get them talking, so to speak, even if it's through the keyboard, just because I'm trying so hard to get to know them, even though they're little squares on my screen. The units that we cover in American Study are on the screen. It is a combined class with US History. But they do get 2 separate grades. They get a separate grade for English and a separate grade for history. But we try to coordinate the units so that the literature that they're reading coincides with what they're studying in history. And we find this is really beneficial to the students because it really sinks in better for them when we study at the same time. It's not exactly chronological, it's more thematic, as you can see. But we do also offer some projects that are combined, both history and English, which is a nice opportunity for the American Studies students. The pieces that we'll read are also on the screen. We also read some excerpts from some other pieces, but these are the novels or plays in some cases that you should hopefully see on their desks or in their backpacks or what have you. What we do is read and write critically and work on our analytical skills. They do some research. They're right now researching an immigration project where they have a group that they're researching about the obstacles and the history of that particular group's entrance to the United States. They'll also increase their vocabulary and their literary terms and hopefully grow both as students and people as they learn about our periods of history, and also different perspectives. There are 2 grading categories, formative and summative. Formative is the smaller daily work, which doesn't technically count for their grade, but still helps them prepare for those bigger pieces. Summative work, larger projects, essays, and presentations determine the grade, so it's really important that those are complete. And even though formative work doesn't technically count for a grade, it's an important way to sort of keep track that students are turning in stuff and being consistent in their work. As I said, it's a combined class, so 50% of their English grade is the English work, and 50% of their English grade is the links work, which is the combined history and English projects that we do. And this can also be very beneficial because if they do well, it helps both their English and their history grade as it stays for 50% of both the English and the history grade. To check grades, you can check on Canvas. Just look for a T, perhaps if there's no score, because that means it's turned in and perhaps hasn't been graded yet. But an M is a little bit of an alarm because that means something's missing, and that could affect their grade. And you can be a parent account user, which is really nice on Canvas to kind of peek to see what they're doing. One feature I really like is the calendar feature. Since all teachers are using Canvas, you can click on calendar, or your student can, and all the assignments or things that are due will come up and they'll be color coded per class. So it's kind of a nice way to keep track of what is due. That's all I have. If you need to contact me, please do so at gkulat@lths.net. It's been nice to meet you, even virtually. I look forward to working with your son or daughter this year. Have a good day.